Hi guys, it's Shan81 here and welcome to a Sims 4 speed build. So today we are going to be building this modern style house, and I'm building it for my Let's Play series called My Alt Life, or My Alternate Life. And if you haven't heard of it before, My Alternate Life is basically what my life could be like if I chose a different path type thing. So I think in that I explained that when I was growing up, I wanted to become a vet, so I became a vet in The Sims. So it's basically just, bit of fun, bit of make believe, just yeah. But anyway, in that series though, my Sim has gotten married and is now expecting a child. So they need a bigger house. They're currently living in just a little one bedroom house. But they need a bigger house. So I thought I'm going to make one, and why not speed build it? So, yeah. So this house is I looked at a few different pictures of like different things I liked in houses, in modern builds of houses, and I just sort of combined a few different ideas and elements together to come up with something. So, basically, it has this like sort of a very low lying porch sort of thing. Basically, it makes it look like the floor goes indoors, through to outdoors sort of thing. So very open, lots of windows. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to make actually. So yeah, just basically working out what windows I want to use. I want to have nice high walls in it so that I could use nice big windows. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. There's just trying out different windows here. Didn't really like them. I thought they would give a bit of privacy, which they do, but I didn't like how the door lined up. Like the lines in the door didn't line up with the lines in the window. That makes sense. So yeah, I didn't have using that one. But yeah, new glass roofs, of course. So I want to use that over the pool area, just to sort of, spruced up a bit. So I used this, what is it, the sort of half gabled, is it? I think that's what it's called. And then just put it really, really flat, and then just put a little half wall around it, type thing, the lowest half wall I could, just to make it sort of look like a bit of a flat roof. I guess it's got like I guess like here in Australia, you can't have flat roofs, or where I live in Australia, you can't actually have completely flat roofs. You have to have a certain degree slope on them, and so yeah, our roof looks flat, but it's not. So in the house I actually live in, so I guess that's what what it's like there. So yeah, although the rest of the house, Sim's house, is flat. So yeah. Anyway, a bit of ramble. What am I doing now? Oh yes, a little bit of interior. So I wanted it to look supported. I didn't want it to look like it was floating, because I think that's a bit weird and unrealistic. So I want to have a fairly open plan for this bottom section. That we're just trying to create the entranceway between like the stairs there and then through into the kitchen area. And so the kitchen area will also be like a walkway through to the outdoor pool area. So I want it to be very, very flowing, so you can just sort of walk through, not really feel like you're in different rooms, things. Just putting the pool in as well. Trying to work out what I want to do with half walls, because I really like the half wall look around instead of fences. Especially in modern builds, I find the half walls look a little bit nicer. Just trying to work out windows and sizings of windows and where I wanted them all to sort of line up. But it's really starting to look quite open and flowing, and I love that you can see straight through as well. Like, that was one of the features I really liked about this place, that you could actually like look from like the front of the house right through to the back, through the house and at the back, so it sort of looks really flowing. I don't know, that's really one of those weird fandangle words, but that makes sense. Yeah, so just here working out the upstairs layout as well. Adding just a little bit more of the sort sort of balcony sort of area, wrapping it around a bit. Yeah, just trying to line up sort of the lower floor and the upper floor just to make sure it doesn't look like it's floating. I didn't like how that sort of looked like it was floating a bit before. Oh, I did just put that up a step. Just wanted it to be 2 steps high instead of 1. It just looked a bit funny, just being the 1 step high. But yeah, I had a little bit of trouble upstairs designing and shaping this area, so it just wasn't really working. I couldn't work out how to put a bathroom in downstairs, and I found it was taking up too much room downstairs. I wasn't having enough room for a lounge room, and the lounge room was looking really weird, and sort of things weren't quite working there. So I tried putting in a bathroom upstairs and things, but just bedrooms and bathrooms and things, and trying to work out where the master bedroom was, and so the floor layout was just it was tricky, and I was having a lot of trouble. So basically, in the end, I sort of look at it and I decided to add an extra bit on the side, basically. So you see here soon. Oh no, just adding some colour to it at the moment. I think I add a lot of colour, and then in the end I do change it completely. So working out what tiles I wanted. I thought it may be a bit of a tile border, and then like the other, floor tiling. But it just wasn't working, so I ended up just tiling the whole thing, and then just leaving it as a plain border around the pool. And because I wanted the tiles to go right through the kitchen, so it's sort of the same tiles from kitchen right through the pool area, much like the front with the wood boards. It's the same at the front as what it is through the house. And then I just wanted this little feature board, sort of, I guess what are they, siding, I think that's what it is. Basically the wood panels that are vertical, and then I want that in a really dark colour, and then a lighter horizontal board sort of at the top of the roof, sort of where that where the sort of half wall is, and then the half walls around the balconies as well. But then I wanted the rest of it to be just like white concrete, basically. So, or sort of white, what we call rendering. I don't know, other countries call it something different, maybe. But yeah, we call it like a render. So I want that around the sides and things. Just that really modern look to it. And I want it to look like it continues all the way up into that half wall at the top as well, so it's just like continuous. This really gives it a nice modern feature, I think, to it. And here I decided that it just looked like it was floating, so I thought I need to fix that. I didn't like the floating look, so support beam underneath. And I think I look at the front and do the same. So here I'm just adding, because I use the window trim, to the wall trim, roof trim, sorry. You can get it to do one side at a time of by holding shift you can get it to do one side at a time of your room. But if you don't want your entire wall to be done in that sort of room, you have to sort of divide it up. So I was just putting in some sneaky little fence divides on the roof, and that just helps to split it up so that you can it makes mini rooms, so you can just split it and just say, I just want this piece to have the trim, and I don't want those pieces. So it's just another little trick you can do. It can look a little bit funny from above, but you're not going to see it in gameplay and things, so it kind of works. So here I'm just still playing with this interior design and layout. It really was giving me huge amounts of trouble just trying to add colour in. I thought, let's go some colour. You'll find out in the end I don't. I stick to my white, black, grey and brown colour schemes. But oh well, it's what I like, it's what I know. I do try and use colour here and there, but I find it easier to put the colour in furniture or accents and things, so in the decor, not in the build itself. So yeah, my builds can be a little bit boring in the lack of colour, but I like them, so I guess that's all that really matters, really. I wasn't liking that. I wanted it to, yeah, here we go. We're at the other room at the side. Because I wanted that middle section to basically, even at the top, look like it's all the way through. It's a bit pause there for some reason. I might have been distracted and talking to the kids, actually. It might have been what it was. It's like, yeah, there's another bit of a pause. Yeah, I think my kids were around when I was filming this. Anyway, so yeah, just adding some detail to that side piece. It's basically where the master bedroom will be. Just like that sort of sticks out too far, so I'm going to bring that back in a bit. And what else? Yeah, a little bit balcony at the front there as well. Just adding the same windows, make sure they're the same height. And this can be a bit awkward to get them at the right height if you're not really watching what you're doing. I've done that before. One side's one height and the other side's a completely different height. And I was like, oh, whoops. Yeah, I'm just looking about with those roof trims and things again, trying to get them right, making sure it looks right. Or as good as it can, basically. So I didn't want that big, like the front deck sort of thing to look really big. I just wanted it to sort of be like a front sort of a landing, I guess, if that makes sense. So like you come up the garden and then you've got this bit of a wooden section sort of at the front door, but not, all the way along in front of the house. It does go in front of the house completely, but like it's only very skinny in most of it, so it's not something you'd really walk along. So yeah, just one of those little design features I was just trying to achieve. And yeah, just trying to get this painting and wall trims and things to go in the right places. It's like, I think I end up painting that roof piece so many times because every time you do something to it, it removes all the paint. And you're like, why? It's like, I don't know why it does that, but it's like, I do one little thing and then next thing you know, all the paint's gone. It's like, oh. And I just shake my head sometimes. It's like, where did it go? So here I'm just looking, I'd just like to move the stairs. So I was like, no, I want to move them and put them downstairs. So I realised I had to remove the wall, otherwise it wasn't going to work. So it was a bit tricky. I think I had to work out how to do it, but I think I got there in the end. Oh yeah, that's right, I put that little fence around it and then I think I could do it. Oh no, that's right, put the fence in front of the stairs. You can't see it, no one even knows it's there basically, but... And then I decided I could have 2 rooms there and then the master bedroom over at the side. So I was really happy with that. So 2 rooms and then a bathroom in the middle. And I really like those big sort of dangling lights that go sort of almost between 2 floors. I really want to use those. They look really good in that big entranceway as well. Especially with all the glass and that. So, I mean, obviously, like the light sort of carries between floors, but not very well. So I think I might have to put some more lights in, but we'll see when we actually move in there, because I haven't got any furnishings in there yet. So when my Sims move in, it will be unfurnished, and they'll be taking their furniture from their previous lot with them. Basically, make it sort of a little bit more realistic. I was going to put in a kitchen though, and bathrooms, but I don't think I did, so it's going to be completely unfurnished. We'll do it the Sim way and we'll leave it unfurnished. Yeah, so I'm creating... Oh yeah, this is where I decided to switch around the bedroom. So basically, I decided that I didn't want people to... I didn't want the really big windows to be right at looking straight into the bedroom. So I decided to put them at the back of the house. Just sort of that privacy sort of factor, and so I decided to put the bathroom and the ensuite and the walk-in wardrobe at the front of the house, so I could use the small windows there, and basically just add that bit of a privacy element sort of feel to it. And there we go with the deleting of the wallpaper because I tried to do something. It's like, really, why? And once again, boom, gone. Change one little thing and the wallpaper disappears. It is frustrating. Yeah, this is where I paint this roof section so many times. But I think it's finally done there and that now. So, oh yeah, just decided to extend that out just a little bit, just to make it a little bit bigger on the balcony and a little bit bigger in the. That's now the family room, basically. That area under downstairs. It'll be like the living room, family area. And the main sort of foyer, sort of, I guess, area there was probably just going to be like a little seating sunroom sort of area. Very sort of casual. Probably not even too much furnishings in that because you can see I have got all those posts and things in there. I want to leave them because it looks, for structure, sort of looks more structural. But I was probably, I don't know, we'll see what happens when we get into the gameplay of the game, when we actually get around to moving in. So I think I'm only one episode away from moving in, so hopefully it won't be long now. Yeah, so just adding wall colour and stuff to each of the rooms. I was going to try to go for colour, but also because they're having a baby and I don't know what the baby is, I'm not looking in MCC, I don't want to know, it's going to be a surprise. I don't even know whether it's 1 or 2, of course, so I think I end up with using black and white wallpaper. Oh well, it's one of those things. So you'll see that it's pretty much black and white throughout the whole build, black, white, brown. That's just easier to work with. I can then put whatever furniture in that I want, because generally things will work with it. So just adding little lights around. And I just like to shrink them down by about 2 sizes. There's one that makes it like a little nice sort of size of downlight. Downlights are really popular here in Australia for lighting. I just had one installed recently in my hallway because I needed light. And yeah, they're quite small, so, and fit up into the roof, and you just don't see them. So that's what I was trying to sort of replicate with using the little lights everywhere. So if you see that I do use them a lot in my build, that is why, because they are actually quite common use in houses here in Australia. So in all the houses that my family has built and things, and I've had involved in, designing and furnishing and all that sort of thing. Remodelling, that's the word I was after. No, in like remodelling and things like that. It's always been, downlights and things is what you use. It's just easy, I guess. One of those things. I moved the bathroom to the sort of, instead of being between the 2 bedrooms, I put it to one side. And then the bathroom downstairs, just adding a bit of paint and wallpaper, tiles and things to that, and then just working out what tiles I want to use in the kitchen. I wanted a fairly sleek look, so I think I picked a fairly big tile for that. I really like bigger tiles, so it's to be my go-to. And then just working out what I want to use for the balcony and things like that. Upstairs, I think, what do I end up going with? I think a fairly plain sort of grey colour. And then carpet for the bedrooms is, pretty brown. Like I said, you can pretty it up with furnishings. That's the thing, that's the beauty. It's The Sims, you can change it. It's really not that hard. If you don't like it, change it, That's that simple. So I decided I wanted to add like a little bit of a hedgy sort of area here, so I wanted to have like different levels. So I used the hedge fence and then add different hedges, and you'll see because when I was designing this and making it, I didn't have seasons, but when I went back in recently to do a little bit of sort of a video fly through type thing, which I'm not too sure if I use. It depends on how well it turned out. Anyway, you'll find out in a few seconds when we get to the end of the video. But the fence hedge doesn't change colour, whereas the other, like in the season, different seasons, whereas the other hedges do, and it just looks a little weird, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. It's not much I can do about that. Oh yeah, I just decided to sort of round off this sort of corner as well, sort of make it a bit more of a feature, and yeah, extend that wall piece underneath, just to give the house support with the balcony. I don't mind it too much sort of sticking out, but I want it to look structurally sound, if that makes sense, so it wouldn't be, you know, overhanging too much, without it sort of collapsing on you, I guess. Yeah, so I just sort of wanted to round it off a bit and round it, angle it, I guess, at the front there. And once again, I must have changed something on the roof because I had to go back and do all of that work again. Damn, those colours disappearing. So annoying. What am I doing now? Just adding... Yeah, just making sure all the colours are in the right spots and all the different pieces. Oh yeah, I wasn't happy with how that was cut there. I think I'd try and fix it, but... Oh yeah. I fixed it. There we go. Fixed it without too much damage. Oh yeah, trying to work out the pathway up and stuff. It just wasn't quite working. And for some reason that little corner piece, there's one like little spot in there that the what are they? The floorboards wanted to switch directions, and it just kept doing it, and I placed something on there and it switched directions again. I was like, why? Why is this a thing? And I tried to match as best I could the plants that were in the world here to what I use in the game. So I used this pretty pink. I can't think what tree they are, but you know, the tree there that's pink, obviously, because that was in the background there. I thought it looked quite pretty. And adding a water feature at the front. See there, add the water feature, and I can't change it now for some reason. I don't know why. Oh, I shrink down the hedges are a lot here, and they just look really cute. So make like a little bit of a path border and things there with them. Really cute sized hedges. I love them. And adding a few vines on the sides just to add a bit of, I guess, detail, texture to the walls. Sort of, and not have it so stark white on the outside. Just a bit of vines coming down. Just looks a bit pretty, I think. Another sort of level of detail. And oh yeah, I put these little flower ones in front. I don't think I leave them there in the end. I think I remove them. I don't know. They stay there for a while. Terrain paint now. So we're nearing the end of the voiceover before we get into the screenshots and all the fun stuff. Or the video. I'm not sure which one I'm going with yet. So if you get video, it's video. If you get screenshots, it's screenshots. Yeah, basically just adding my little bit of detail that I really like to add in. So, oh yeah, I had to move the trees. They kept clipping into the walls, I realised, and so I had to sort of move them a bit. Oh no, I really wanted to do this little feature at the front where I use these little planters up the side. I love that little feature. I think it's really cute. I just wanted to really greenerize, yeah, that's not a word. Basically make a little sort of living sort of garden wall sort of looking thing happening. I don't know. Yeah, I wanted to add greenery there basically. Plants and things. Hanging plants would have been really nice. Hint, Sims. You know, Sims team. Let's get on these hanging plants. We really want them. But yeah. So I mean, they're really cute. What I did anyway. So obviously I'm using move objects and stuff here because I don't think you can place those on the top of it. Maybe you can. I don't know. But I want some pots and things like potted plants as well. Just, yeah, really pretty little green sort of area around the water feature. I love that pot plant there too. It's really cute. With variegated leaves. It's so cute. Yeah, that's where I take out. Look, it's like, oh, it looks too lavendery. It's like, oh no. I wanted something a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know what I wanted. Yeah, I sort of wanted a bit of colour and a bit of flower, but not. Yeah, I think I do go with those orange ones. kind of cute. And then turn them into different angles so they don't all look like the one plant repeated. So yeah, just giving it a bit of variety. And a little bit of a path around the back. I wanted space for, obviously there's children going to be living here, so I wanted space for the swing set and things like that. But are now available in season, so I realised I nearly forgot to put the pool ladders in the thing, so I was like, oh, whoops. And then, yeah, add a diving platform at the side. And it just looks, yeah, it doesn't look too bad actually. I was going to add little jets of water into the pool, but I thought I didn't really like them, and I realized I didn't realize this, but you can't put them in without move objects on. I'd done it before into a pool, and I must have used moved objects, and I didn't even realise. So I thought you could do it without move objects on. Setting lot traits, and then that's it. That's done. We're now onto the screenshots. So I'm going to leave you here, and I hope you really have enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.